Yo, 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 Josh King Madrid coming to you guys live straight out of Jet Set headquarters. And today I wanted to talk about the five things that I wish I would have known, or I wish I would have did before I started up my businesses. So you can use these 5 things today before you have a startup, before you launch your own company, and it's going to help you, reach success a lot faster, much sooner, and a lot bigger. So the first thing I want to go over is choose business partners that have authentic intentions. Make sure you're looking at what they really want, what's in it for them. A lot of people, choose business partners, based off of their qualities, their skills, and that's good. That's important. But at the same time, it's a lot more important to look at who your business partner is as a person. So this is why I'm such a big guy on marketing and psychology, because I like to read people. So when I read people, I'm like, all right, well, this guy's intentions are really egotistical, selfish, and I can tell that those can hold him back from business down the line. I can hold him back and affect the way he makes his decisions. When people tend to be egotistical and selfish, it messes with their clarity. They're not able to make the right decisions because they're going to make decisions based on how they want people to view them compared to on what's the right thing. So I try to look for business partners that are very selfless and actually care about leaving a legacy and creating an impact inside the consumers and side compared to making their own name look good. So that's number one. Make sure you find the right business partners and make sure you team up with the right people with the right intentions at the right time. Number 2, the second thing I want to go over is create a concise business plan using logic. So here's the reason you want to do this. When you're creating a business plan and you're starting up your company and you want to pitch investors, your business plan has to make sense logically. You have to be able to go in there and, here's the plan, here's the details, here's the goals, and justify it with logic to pitch your investors. If it doesn't make sense logically and you're just trying to pitch them off emotions, well, hey, man, we should work off business because, you know me, or because, of our parents' relationships, or I think it's going to do this, or I think it's going to do that. Even though humans are very emotional people, when it comes to investing and putting their money into your business, they're not going to do it based off how you are trying to make them feel. They're going to invest in your company if it makes sense logically. Do the numbers make sense? Does the game plan make sense? Does the marketing make sense? Does the platform make sense? Does the target audience make sense? Does the product make sense for your customers? So make sure you have a very concise business plan. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to find investors and people willing to fund your company. And that way you're going to actually be able to start up a lot faster and make it a lot easier on yourself. Number 3, keep it simple, stupid. So what I mean by this, a lot of people, they want to start up a company and they want to have, tens of thousands of products, tens of thousands of different services. They just want to have way too much and they're overcomplicating what they need to do. So I like to say keep it simple, stupid. Here's the reason why. One of the very first fundamental laws of branding is to master one thing, be known for one thing, and diversify after you're known for that. So you look at Starbucks, they're not known for their pastries, they're known for coffee. They're not known necessarily for their frappuccinos, they're known for their coffee, and that's led them to be known for their frappuccinos. That's led them to be known for, great pastries. So master one thing before you try to diversify, because if you start spreading yourself too thin, you're just not going to become a master at anything, and you're going to end up sucking at everything, and your consumers are going to be very confused trying to figure out what is the exact message you're trying to convey, what is the exact service or product that you're trying to push out to the market. And if you have confused customers, they're not going to buy your products or services. So keep it very simple at first. Again, this helps with the first 2 principles I talked about as well. So yeah, keep it simple. Number 4 is speed. Speed is key. So what do I mean by speed? Speed means whatever your project is, get it out to the market fast. Don't wait till everything's perfect. Don't wait till it's the right time. Don't wait till the market is completely ready for it. Push your product out and then adjust. Push your product out and adjust. If you get it out there fast, it's going to give you time to make adjustments. It's going to give you time to make changes. It's going to give you time to see what the market truly actually wants, and you're not going to miss out on opportunities. If you wait till the right time, obviously, one, you might push out the wrong product because you didn't get it out there in time. The trends change, the market changes. Number 2, the longer you procrastinate, it's going to not become necessarily a priority. So when you have speed, you're going to make it a priority by default. So if you don't make it a priority and you brush it off a little bit, I'm waiting for the right time, you're going to lose motivation. You're going to lose that drive to get your product out to the market. And now your business, your startup is not your number one priority. What that does is it slows you down. Now you might not launch your company. And this was a problem, before with me. And one of the things this relates to is this is why you got to keep it simple. Because if you have too many variables, too many factors, then it might slow you down. So just get it out there. Get reviews, get beta testers, get, trial users, and then get that feedback and be ready to adjust with your business. The last thing, number 5, test. So when I say test, it means that you got to try different strategies, different marketings, different different copyright. All of these things play a role in how successful your business is. Whether it's influencer marketing, Facebook marketing, YouTube marketing, you have to test everything. See where the results are. Double down on where the results are. If it doesn't work, cut it out. If it doesn't work, cut it out. So keep testing. I think a lot of people, they want to start a business and then they just try one strategy and they, put all their money on that one strategy and it doesn't work. And then they're left, hopeless and, unmotivated, and they give up. And that's why most businesses fail within their first few years, is because people don't test enough. They don't, go out and really find what is actually going to work. Like I said, the market is always changing. The trends are changing. They're going up, they're going down. You have to figure out, how can your business fit into those trends? How can your business capitalize off whatever the market is on? So if you test, so I'll go through the five things again that I wish I would have done when I first, started up my business. And these are the things now that I always make sure I do. So if you guys are using this right now, you're bound to have successful startups, to be able to reach success a lot faster and a lot bigger. So again, number 1, choose the right business partners. Look at their intentions. Read them. Look at what they're actually in the project for. Number 2, create a concise and clear business plan. So when talking to investors, when talking to partners, when talking to anybody else about your business, they know exactly what they're getting into and why it makes sense for them to get involved. Number 3, keep it simple, stupid. Stop trying to, spread yourself too thin. Put your hand over here, put your hand over here, put your hand over here. Don't do that just yet. Eventually, you can spread yourself into multiple different industries. I do it. My team does it. I'm involved in multiple different online businesses. But I started off with one thing. I mastered it, and I diversified. So start off keeping it simple so you don't confuse the customers you have in mind. Number 4, speed is key. Everything's got to be fast. Push it out fast. Create it fast. Test product, or you want to get beta products out, trial products out. You want to figure out what the market actually wants. And if you wait for the right time, you're going to lose motivation. You're going to become uninspired. It's not going to become your number one priority, and you're going to become procrastinating, and it's going to slow down the results of your business. And you might not ever get that dream business off the ground that you want to launch. And number 5, test. You always got to test. And not only do you want to test, but you need to track your results so you know exactly where the money's coming from, where the traffic's coming from. If people like your products, people don't like your products, what the reasoning is behind it. So test, and track your results. And with that said, those are the 5 things that I wish I would have knew before I started my first business. And these are the 5 things that you need to take into consideration next time you're having to start up with your business. With that said, Josh King Madrid, I hope you guys like this video. I'm going to do a longer video on this and a podcast as well later this week and give you guys a lot more details and examples. But I hope you like this video. If you're watching this right now and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, subscribe to my channel and subscribe to my podcast on iTunes at the Dropout Degree. And I'll see you on the next episode.